Welcome to the Painting Hands channel. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to improve your painting skill. Here is beautiful rose from my studio garden. So I'm going to painting a rose which has complicated petals. I'll use Scarlet Lake, Pyrole Rubin, Sap Green, Sepia, and Emerald Green Nova. And I had painted plenty of rose by watercolor, oil, and pencils, but then I still feel it tricky to paint rose. But I love to paint roses. Would you be painting rose with me? Before we start, subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. And the rose has plenty of petals and some petals lefted and folded. Start by sketching pencil. Draw a big oval as big as flower size and then draw petals one by one. On pencil sketching should be really almost invisible lines, so you'd better using a lighter pencil, because sometimes the dark of the pencil lead might be dirty colors and painting. This petal folded to back. And the tip of the petals is pretty sharp. Okay, and I fixed some petals and yeah, leaves. Taking watery Scarlet Lake and putting the petals over all as the first layer. In this rose, we're gonna use not much water. As you can see, I'm leaving white space between petals so that it will be a highlight and its first layer. This is the very beginning step in the flower so that I want to go too dark. Just to use a very light Scarlet Lake color. For the second layer, mixing Scarlet Lake and Pyrole Rubin and putting a mixture into the part of the first layer. I'm adding the corner of the petal area and between petals. Build up nicely from down to up, up to down. And then for the third layer, I'm mixing the Pyrole Rubin and the Sepia, a bit of Sepia, and applying a mixture on the back of the petals and adding in the edge of the petals. Here is the highlight area, so I just blend with light water, just clean water. I changed the brush. This one is the pointed round brush, and taking a very thick a mixture Pyrole Rubin and Scarlet, adding on the top of the petal and then between petals. Continue to draw in detail until you are satisfied, neither too much nor too little. I'm using the pointed round brush. For the background, I'm going to use Watercolor, is loose style, applying water in the background first. This time we need really clean water for applying here. If you need it, change water and wash the paper overall, and be careful to not wash loose. As the first layer, mixing very little emerald green nova and sepia and applying in the background. I'm using calligraphy brush. Start by applying a mixture of edge of the paper to around the rose and leave white space around the rose. We should be considered some damage with rose. Okay. Tilt the paper back and forth, side to side, so that make a good gradation from light to dark. and splashing and dotting with emerald green nova and scarlet lake. And touching with more darker sepia and Scarlet Lake, splashing now, I'm splashing now, and blend that color nicely with the brush. I'm giving them some dark color on the background area. And be careful to not touch rose, the edgy part. And then also don't leave white space between rose and background. So I'm blending smoothly. I'm splashing again with Scarlet Lake. For the stems, mixing sap green and sepia and draw the stem swiftly. Okay, swiftly motion. Taking sap green and applying a leaf of rose and adding a little touch of emerald green nova and put it on this leaf with wiggled brush stroke. As you can see, this paper is still very much wet, so the colors will be spreading naturally and making some beautiful effect accidentally, right? And I'm so really like this kind of effect. So if you don't like it, you need to wait until paper dry and draw it step by step, and I mean draw one by one and build the layers. And I change it a round pointed brush so that I want to do some detail. Draw a little in the middle of the leaf with thin line. Splash again on the background. Draw the edge of the petals with intense reddish brown. Now I'm doing depth to the painting either in detail or splashing colors until I'm satisfied, and draw some lines in the petal, middle of the petal area, and blend some colors the edge of the petal area. And taking sap green mix, Pyrole Rubin color, draw some lines around the leaf. Finally, I'm making some damages in the leaves to make it look natural. Adding on the leaves with a reddish color. I had painted plenty of roses by watercolor, oil, and even pencils, but then I still feel it tricky to paint roses. So we need to paint many times, okay? Okay, we are almost done. Before you go, subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you. And thank you so much for painting with me, and I will see you the next time. Bye.